Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live Show here in the Colin Scroggin CNAW studios. Go to CNAW2news.com, and we had Colin on last week after the blooper of his chair going down like 30 seconds after saying he was just in the gym. We appreciate Colin and everything he does, and appreciate everyone here at CNAW, everything news and weather in the Chattahoochee Valley. Go to Colin Scroggins right now. We have a great show in store for you here today. We are going to have the great Curtis Simpson, Columbus Parks and Rec Program Director, talk about the Night Ballers Adult Basketball League we've been a part of the last couple of weeks. And he's got a women's league as well. We'll talk about how that's going, when the championship's coming, and more. It's just something really positive and great in the city every Friday and Saturday. Not this Friday and Saturday, July 4th, but next Friday and Saturday is the end of the regular season. Come out, Shirley B. Winston. He usually has a food truck there. Music's great, good vibes. Come and hang out. We'll talk about that with Curtis and what's coming up with Columbus Parks and Rec. And then the head coach of the Columbus Lions, Damian Daniels, comes in. His Lions 9-0. He was beating out to Pastor Troy and them East Side boys, and the entire city was going crazy. He had the entire Civic Center bumping, and glad that we had a lot of fun on Saturday night. That puts a wrap on all the home games for the Columbus Lions this season. They finished undefeated at the Civic Center. They had all the great entertainment. I mean, just what a first year for the entire Lions organization. We'll talk about that. And then, of course, he has Wheeling coming up. Championship, July 11th. We're taking the drive all the way to West Virginia, baby, to watch those Lions try to win a championship. Richard Holdridge will come on, talk some things happening around the area, what we got coming up here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, and more. So we are presented by Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, Mike Costello Law Firm. If you're in a bind, listen, Brandy all day, Mike Costello, 844-GET-MIKE. That's 844-GET-MIKE. We don't recommend any personal injury lawyer other than Mike Costello. Thank you again to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. If you're looking for a truck, an SUV, I'm telling you, there's nowhere better than Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. People across the state, across the region, heck, across the country will come to Glenn Smith. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Curtis Simpson comes on, talk Night Ballers and Women's Basketball League here on the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live Show. Be right back after this.
Life's a cruise, that's the move.
To get your case started, do yourself a favor and visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com. 24/7, nights and weekends, 365 days a year, and we only collect if you get paid.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to all new amenities like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
Come check it out.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month to access all new recovery amenities and keep your momentum going.
Sign up today. Deal ends July 8th.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new GMC Sierra 1500 with savings up to $15,750 off MSRP. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Need more power? New GMC Sierra 2500 HD with savings up to $10,000 off MSRP. Or get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, and I got him in. That's my guy. He has the city talking about this basketball league. His name's Curtis Simpson. Curtis,
right. What's up,
how you
man?
been, man?
Man, I'm
Listen,
good, man.
you've been on the sports scene for a long time. You obviously have had kids that have been very successful in their endeavors in high school and now going on to college. This is something you love, man. So it is. So for those who don't know who Curtis Simpson is, man, go ahead and kind of tell your story. Where you from? What got you involved in sports, and what got you a part of Parks and Rec now?
All right, like Thur said, my name is Curtis Simpson. From Columbus, Georgia. Been coaching and servicing the community for 20 years, maybe. Yeah, about 2006. So it's been about 20 years.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Larry, Coach Larry. He got me started. My first time coaching was South Columbus Raiders.
Wow, man.
Yeah, so, I started then, and I just fell in love with it. I just fell in love with coaching, mentoring, and it's just a passion at this point,
Right.
I just want to help the city the best way I can.
And, obviously you do a great job with your own kids, but I saw you post things of when you coach young whippersnappers that are now going on to college back when they played travel ball. How awesome is it to see former players from you coaching AAU, you coaching youth sports and football, basketball, man, seeing your former athletes doing great things now as grown men and women.
It's a blessing, and it shows the hard work and dedication, for not only the players, myself as well, the parents. It was a lot of sacrificing, coaching. But like you said, for this 2026 class, we kind of made an imprint on this class. Most of my guys were at Carver, two-time state championships, Fort Middle School running clock boys,
Coach middle school championship.
Yeah, a lot of those guys they started with me in the second and third grade. Makai Williams, a lot of the big names, Makai Williams, Matt, Ebercelli, Champ, Tristan, Kobe, Jamarcus, Ace at Buford. Like we used to go, and people used to laugh at us, man. We used to get off the bus out the cars with YMCA shirts on.
Right.
Like, man, that's a Y team, but after the game, it wasn't funny no more.
No, that wasn't Y.
Yeah, it wasn't
Those
funny.
boys can play now.
Yeah. So I can remember, we used to play some of the best, man, and them guys, I'm extremely proud of them. I want to say out of that group, probably 11 or 12 of them may have scholarships.
Right.
And if they didn't get a scholarship, they going for academics. So I just think, we did a good job, and the parents did a good job. Shout out to the parents.
It takes a village to raise these kids, man. And you're doing a great job. And
thank you, Thur.
I forgot he was at Fort, the running
the
running clock boys. And for those who don't know that terminology, it was because Curtis and his team were literally running everybody out of the building. Yeah. And by the time the fourth quarter came, they didn't stop the clock. They were trying to get out of there. He's blowing them out. Curtis, you get a part of Columbus Parks and Rec. Okay, and you have been a part of all these leagues, and you had this idea of rejuvenating because you had it at the YMCA when you worked there, and you saw this adult league. It really took off, and now you brought it to Columbus Parks and Rec, this Night Ballers League, and the women's basketball league. What was the thought process in getting this started? And did you think it was going to blow up the way it has the last year or so?
Yeah, I did. I knew it was a matter of time. Like I said, being at the Y, I was able to lay the bricks, lay the foundation, build a lot of relationship because, like you was there.
Right.
60-70% of those guys still playing, and they support me, and I love them for that. I'm appreciative. Some of the same coaches. Shout out to Chris Green. He been coaching day one for me, but I'm nothing without their support. So, but like I said, I just knew the city. It was time for a change, and I knew me. It was formerly Midnight League, but now we changed the name to Night Ballers. I just remember that those were good times. On Fridays and Saturday nights, you had somewhere to go. You didn't have to worry about being in trouble. Your mom could drop you off and pick you up. It was just good, vivid points of our life, and I wanted to bring that back.
I think that's awesome, man. And I recommend, again, for kids out there, why be out in the streets when you can come and hang out at Shirley B. Winston? You can see up-and-coming stars or guys that have been playing ball for a long time. These guys can give advice to high school kids, middle school kids. So I'm all about it. It's a fun environment. So what time are the games and stuff, man? And you got food trucks involved.
Yep.
Why was that important to make it a good vibe, not just showing up like it used to be where we just go up, we play a game, we get out of there? It's like a good environment to be a part of. It's an event almost every time.
Well, the food trucks came because I like to eat. But no,
Me too,
seriously
man.
though, like you said, I want to create a great positive environment.
Right.
Where you can just have everything you need. Just, bring your family, come eat, And the thing about the food trucks too that I didn't think about till somebody brought to my attention, they was like, man, you really like giving back for real because you're giving people who just getting started
Getting their
grilling
business going.
barbecue
Yeah,
or
man.
whatever, like they're getting the opportunity to build their brand and get their product out there. So I didn't think about that, but it's helping the community all the way across the board.
No doubt, man. I think that's a great point, and it allows them to get an opportunity to get out in front of the community to help grow their small business, man.
Right.
And I will say Curtis has been a big supporter of when I started this endeavor as a small business off my phone, man, and you were coming up and telling me. And
Proud of you, Thrill.
I appreciate
for
it,
real,
man. And being able to see Champ do what he did, and your daughter, and really all your kids, man. But
Yeah.
Champ, because most recently,
Most
and being able to be a part of his growth, seeing him when he was a young baby head at Pacelli,
Right.
to now a grown man playing Division I ball. You showed me and sent me some videos of him taking flight and really playing some good ball. How proud are you of seeing way Champ turned it on this year and really took over the city as one of the best players, man?
Yeah, I'm proud of him. I'm extremely proud. Like I told you earlier, I'm being a dad. Like I'm a hard critic. So I criticize. There's always room for improvement. But I think around like his junior year, I started to really just kind of enjoy it and be a fan. And when I kind of sat back, I realized too, just sit back. He know what he want to do. It's his time now. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I can't push you anymore. So when I learned that, it made our relationship better. And I was just able to be a fan, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy him. And he probably one of my favorite players ever.
Yeah, and I love
Come out
watching
of
him.
the city.
Listen,
So, yeah.
no emotion. He had the nastiest dunk in the history of one of the nastiest dunks in this city when he went baseline.
Mm-hmm.
And his reaction afterwards, because I've said this on this show, if that was me, I'd have got a tech.
Oh,
You know me,
oh,
man. Curtis, I'd have got a tech.
Yeah.
I probably would have got ejected. I'd have let that man know. I'd have let his girlfriend know. I'd have let his mom and dad know.
Yeah.
And Curtis, Champ just goes,
It's
shoots his
another
free
day in the
throw,
office.
and it takes off, man.
Yeah, I know I would have got a tip.
So where does that come from? The almost not nonchalant, but like it really takes. He goes hard, but it takes a lot to get him flustered, man. You're down to earth too, Curtis,
Yeah,
man.
I'm pretty cool, but I can get rowdy. I ain't gonna lie. I think his mom like level-headed, kind of easy going,
Right.
easy to talk to,
Right.
say great advice and just even kill. So I think he probably got that from his mom. He didn't get it from me. Yeah, Kaylee like me, she get fired.
Hey,
up. Yeah,
yeah, she did.
yeah.
They've done, and they're both doing excellent at the next level. We're with Curtis Simpson, Columbus Parks and Rec Program Director. Now let's go back to the Night Ballers League. We've seen some great teams. You got a team that's got CSU, the Cougars, are having some players. It's technically not put in by CSU. I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but several
We won't do
players
that.
are playing on this team to get some experience in. You got the Top Dogs, you got Money Con, and Uptown and the Alliance. Those are the top 6 teams that are really come on strong.
Yeah, so 6 teams gonna make the playoffs. So if you're not in that top 6, you didn't meet the cut. You try again that summer. But yeah, it's gonna be real interesting. Like I said, it's some teams starting to heat up and click at the right time. So I'm anxious to see how this gonna unfold.
Yeah, me too, man. So I don't want to put you on the spot, but who would you say the favorite is right now? As
Ooh, you put me on the spot.
top 2 teams. Is it Cougars and Top Dogs? We saw them. They were the last 2 undefeated teams. But Money Collins coming on strong, E.J. Horace and Quez and them, we saw them take down the Cougars and give them their first loss. So it's a three-way tie up at the top. We got, and in this league, you've got guys that have just graduated high school that are playing in college right now. Either graduated college, we got some overseas player. I mean, this is some top-notch talent from this area.
It's a big deal. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
I kind of stroll online, different things, Instagram, TikTok, to kind of look at other adult leagues and just from other cities, and no knock on them, everybody doing a great job. But from what I'm seeing, what we got going on, I would line some of our teams up with against anybody. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Yeah, me too,
we got some talent.
If we take the best from your league, I put that up against anyone in the state right now, man. Other parts of
we working on something too. Something big. I'm working on it.
Keep
I ain't
us
got the
involved.
clearance. Yeah,
Listen,
but I got a tough team, pro-am team, want to travel down here.
Hey, listen, we can put a good team together, Curtis. With all the talent that's in it. And then I don't want people to get mad. We are going to talk about the Women's Basketball League.
We are.
This is the first year. You put it together. You got some teams coming from outside the area. I've seen some top-notch talent. I've seen Britt Backman being out there, Lucy Ellison. I know they're on the same team. I've seen Cassie Marshall, who does all the highlights. These are some elite talent, man.
Coach Bowie at Carver, probably one of the better players in the league.
Yeah,
She's
man.
been looking unstoppable.
Oh, unbelievable, man.
Yeah. I didn't know she still had it.
I didn't either, man. But what was the idea behind having the women's league, and how do you think it's gone this first year?
So the women's been tricky. I've been trying for like 4 to 5 years to pop the women's off from the YMCA. You know what I'm saying? We just could never get it going. But shout out to Britt Blackman. She kind of helped me a lot. A lot. Kind of behind the scenes, putting it together, talking to everybody, and I don't know who started them open runs, but thank you. That I think that kind of sparked a lot of interest. It was some open runs. I want to say at Girls Inc. or somewhere, and all the women just showing up. So I think that sparked the interest, and they was like, we ready now. So and it was time. It was fun. Like you said, I got a team from Warner Robins, tough team. They travel all the way down. I have teams from Lafayette, Atlanta, hit me up. So I think next summer is going to be real crazy.
So there's 6 teams in it right now. The Comets and the Aces are the top 2 teams in the league. The Comets have been dominating everyone.
Yeah, they've been dominating.
Yeah, they are.
They had a couple close calls.
Yeah,
about 2.
But in the 2 games I've seen them, they've been able to dominate. But let's talk about what's coming up now, Curtis. So last week of the regular season is going to be not this week, but next week, correct? July 10th and 11th, we'll have games. And then the playoffs start right after that. So July 10th and 11th, there are 3 games on Friday and 4 on Saturday, correct? 4 games on Friday, 4 games on Saturday. It's men's, women's, men's on Friday, and then they alternate men's and women's on Saturday, and then the playoffs come the following week. So where are they at? How much does it cost for people to want to come out in the community these last week of the regular season heading into playoff, man?
So the games are located at Shirley B. Winston Rec Center off Steam Mill Road. The games are, like Thrill said, every Friday and Saturday starting at 6 o'clock. Bring your family out. Bring all your friends. Come enjoy it. The crowd be going crazy,
They
too.
do, man.
Yeah.
The environment's cool,
the environment crazy, man. I love it. It don't even feel like I'm at work. I
man.
can't even, I'm enjoying it. It's a blessing. But, come out. Like Thrill said, it's a lot of talent. And if you want to play next summer, contact me. Get your team together and hit me up. Yeah, you can call me at 706-905-8896.
His name is Curtis Simpson. He's
right.
my good friend. He's a community friend. He does a lot around this area. You deserve your flowers, man. I'm going to keep giving them to you on here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Cannot wait that we won't be there next week because we'll be heading up to Wheeling, West Virginia. So we're going to watch them win the championship.
Shout out to the Lions.
And then we're going to come back. And then July 14th, July 17th, and then July 18th, we're going to get all the playoff games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, man.
That's right.
Appreciate you,
Thank
brother.
you,
Thank you what you do, man. Curtis Simpson, we're going to wrap it up and head on now to Damian Daniels coming up next. Talking about Columbus Lions. He's got the city bumping right now.
That's right.
Man, Pastor Troy, are you kidding me? Georgia Alabama Sports Live, be right back.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team
The only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine treat sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's Morning Show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to all new amenities like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
Come check it out.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month to access all new recovery amenities and keep your momentum going.
Sign up today. Deal ends July 8th.
I'm Mike Costello, and this is what we do. Car wrecks. Yes, car wrecks. So call or text us today or visit us at mycostelolawfirm.com. Costello. Car wreck. Car wreck? Costello.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new GMC Sierra 1500 with savings up to $15,000.
If y'all were as a close.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new GMC Sierra 1500 with savings up to $15,000 and $750 off MSRP. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Need more power? New GMC Sierra 2500 HD with savings up to $10,000 off MSRP. Or get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show, and that's the man. He is part of the hottest thing being talked about in Columbus, Georgia, in the Chattahoochee Valley, the Lions. I'm going to the championship game. Coach,
Yes, sir. Yes,
what
sir.
up, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, undefeated.
Yeah.
But what I saw on Saturday, in your years of being a part of this organization, have you ever been a part of an environment like that in the Civic Center?
Never. That was pretty exciting, man. And the crazy thing is, it's amazing that, I saw the conversations before all that happened.
Right.
So when Roger and Corey first came and took over, their whole mission was it has to be something more than just a football game.
Right.
And to see it to come to life the way it did, it's been a pretty special season.
Having Marco Rich and then Pastor Troy, we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But your guys seem extra focused this game, Coach.
Yeah.
After last week with Jersey, in a game that really didn't mean anything, that first half, did not like it. You were frustrated.
Yeah.
But this week, 32-0, they didn't even move the football at all. I don't know if they got it, how many first downs they got, but wasn't many.
Right.
What was the mindset, and did you know the guys were going to come out that determined in the first half?
Yeah, because like I said, not to down New Jersey, that was a great game. But, like I say, it was a great game because we made it that.
Right.
It was self-inflicted with the penalties, with the mistakes. So, I was just preaching to those guys all week, man, we can clean this up. We can come out and play a solid, dominant football game. And that's what you saw the first half. So, I knew that we were going to come out and handle business, especially with what was at stake.
I talk about Blaine all the time. love you, Blaine, but let's make it about Marco Lee and that offensive line. For one, he bounced off everyone. But I almost forget that he's on the team because Blaine's been so great. Stretch has been good, but no stretch this game did not matter because Marco and the offensive line was great. Talk about what they meant to this week.
Yeah, Marco has been that I guess the X factor, I think, all year.
No doubt.
You know, when people try to do everything they can to stop the passing game, stop Blaine, stop our receivers, you know, they forget that we got this weapon in the backfield. And when he gets the ball, I mean, he can score from anywhere. So especially in arena football, you don't typically see that. But you know, Marco, he gives us some things that, you know, no other back in this league does. And you saw that Saturday night.
You're missing Stretch, and then defensively, you're missing DeAndre Brown. That's hard to replace, man. And I thought the defensive line was scary. And so think about adding him again when we play Wheeling. But talk about defensively, it just seemed like everything was clicking, especially in the secondary. DeCoven was excellent. Talk about the defense, man.
Yeah, it just shows how deep we are as a team, man. You know, and that's one thing we talk about. You know, we got a rotation of guys at every position. So, you know, at D-line, we rotate 5 guys in there, like I say. So we didn't have DeAndre, but we still had 4 guys rotating in that was going to give us some good looks. At the linebacker, we got the same thing. You know, we added Cameron Bergeron. He had a wonderful game in his debut. So, you know, and same thing in the secondary, man. So, you know, those guys do a good job of coaching each other and staying on each other. So when their time comes, no matter who it is, you know, we can step up and play good defense.
One thing that I guess would say, I wouldn't say really a flaw because you didn't have a kicker, but the kicking game, obviously, not getting extra points. Or is that going to be – is he going to be back for the championship? That was a one-time thing.
Oh yeah.
That was the one thing that was kind of hard to replace.
It was, and you know we weren't successful, you know, or too successful on our 2-point conversions. So that is one phase that we didn't do a great job on, but yeah, he'll definitely be there next Saturday with us.
I saved the best for last because Jermon Fortson's been reliable, man. And how about the one-handed snag to start on his last time in this Civic Center?
That's what he does, man.
Come on, Coach.
That's what he does.
What does he mean for this Civic Center? What do you mean for this organization, and how awesome would it be for him to go out on top as a champion, man?
Jay, man, it's me and him got a special relationship, and just honestly, man, I almost teared up in practice, just telling the guys how much it meant to me, because I remember 10 years ago in 2016 when we were getting ready for my last game, I remember how much and how important it was for him to send me out a champion. And he said it in practice, he said it in the locker room, he even mentioned it in interviews. And so for it to come full circle, and for me to give him that same opportunity, and to have the opportunity to send him out as a champion, as a coach, that means the world to me, man. But
awesome,
J Man is lying through and through, man. He's been here for a while, and like I say, he leads every category in receiving. So for him to go out a champion means a lot to me, means a lot to his teammates. So we want to make sure we get that done for him.
That's awesome, man. And you can see how excited they were for him when he made that one-hand sag. My man can still play. I don't care what you say. And what's crazy, the night before, he was playing pickup ball in the gym. He's still an athlete. You can say what you want. When Pastor Troy came out and you had to give the nod, I mean, well, tell us, everyone out there, because the players came out, what was the thought behind that? That's not usually something you want to do, but you kind of felt like the game was in hand at that point?
Yeah, I mean, we did what we were supposed to do, and I was already thinking about it before the game, if that was going to be a situation. And, we were getting ready to go back to the locker room, and Corey and Pastor Troy, they were right there. And, Corey grabbed me. He said, hey, Pastor Troy, he wants the guys on the field with him. So I said, no problem. Let's go in here and let's talk. Let me say a few words. And when I told those guys that we were going back on the field, I mean, they rushed. I mean, they beat me out the door pretty much. But to see that happen, man, and to see those guys enjoy that was pretty special.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. And it was awesome too, Roger Bay getting the belt and run up. Did you know he could run that fast now, Coach?
I did not, man. Yeah, that was pretty awesome too. Just to see him get engaged with the team, to see him get engaged with the performance, man. That's who he is, and that just shows a lot about him, who he is as an owner. It shows how invested he is into this team. So we love that, man, and we're gonna do everything we can for him.
Yeah, how awesome would have been I know what it is like for you. We talked about this as a coach, but as a player, seeing someone that loves his guys like he did, and they all ran with him. So
Yeah.
they like playing for him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's got to be pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as a coach, I'm going to do everything I can, you know, because I know who I have behind me, and I know those guys feel the same way.
Right.
They're ready to run through a brick wall for him. If anybody, you know, has anything to say bad about him, they're going to be the first ones to correct it. I mean, he comes in the locker room after the game sometimes and, you know, hands out, some gifts.
Right.
So, you know, the guys love him, man. So it's pretty special, and it's an honor to have an owner like that.
I love that, dude.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Wheeling.
Yeah.
1 by 2, 1 by 1.
Yeah.
They can play.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because of a bunch of unforeseen things at the beginning of the year,
Right.
we're having to play at Wheeling.
Yeah.
So how does this week preparation look like, and what's your thought behind playing a team for the third time and then having to play at there? How do y'all go about letting that not frustrate you and try to handle your business?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, of course, not to be able to, you know, finish at home. You know, that's one
Especially
thing.
after what we saw last
Yeah,
Saturday.
exactly. That's one thing you fight all year for. You know,
Right.
it's that home field advantage. But, you know, I've just been telling these guys, you know, with what's at stake, it really doesn't matter, you know, where we have to play. So, you know, because once the ball gets kicked off, you got to play football regardless.
Right.
So, you know, that's the thing that we're going to lean on. And, you know, I tell those guys all the time, it really doesn't matter. As long as we play our brand of football, I like us over anybody anywhere. So, you know, that's the mentality that we're going to take. And, you know, I was a little worried, but how can I worry with a guy like Roger Beck? Roger Beck, he's going to bring the city with us. So, you know, well, we're going to have some fans in there,
No doubt.
and we're going to take this show on the road, man.
Yeah.
And that's our mentality, you know. So we met tonight, and I told those guys, and they've been looking at Facebook, and they've been seeing all the fans that's
Awesome.
talking about coming. So it's going to be pretty special, man. You know, we can't do it here in Columbus, but you know, it's going to be even better, you know, going on the road.
And we are going to be broadcasting it. So we
Yep.
are going to have the Lions broadcasting crew. We're
Yep.
going all out like we would if we were at the Civic Center. Coach, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you for what
man.
you've done for me
Yes, sir.
and the city, dude. And guess what? This Wednesday, Columbus Line Coaches Show.
Indeed.
4 decisions.
Come check us out.
He loves the wings, man.
Yeah.
We always have
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap it up here by having Richard Holdridge come on. It's Coach Damian Daniels, Columbus Lions, undefeated, playing the championship. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Should be right back after this.
To get your case started, do yourself a favor and visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com. 24/7, nights and weekends, 365 days a year, and we only collect if you get paid.
Life's a cruise, that's the move.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to all new amenities like the red light sauna and polar dry plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
Come check it out.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month to access all new recovery amenities and keep your momentum going.
Sign up today. Deal ends July 8th.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new GMC Sierra 1500 with savings up to $15,000 and $750 off MSRP. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Need more power? New GMC Sierra 2500 HD with savings up to $10,000 off MSRP. Or get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
I'm Mike Costello, and this is what we do. Car wrecks. Yes, car wrecks. So call or text us today or visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com. Costello. Car wreck. Car wreck? Costello.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to all new amenities like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, restore, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
Come check it out.
Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $24.99 a month to access all new recovery amenities and keep your momentum going.
Sign up today. Deal ends July 8th.
Well, hey to you.
Hey.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, too.
Glad you're back. Nice shirt. Big
Nice shirt,
Rich,
too.
got a haircut? Looking good?
Yeah.
How you been, man?
It's been great. It's great to be back here in the Colin Scroggins studio here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
There we go. I thought with me bending over and being not in the camera frame.
I don't understand what you were doing.
That was your time to shine. And
Nah, son.
Guys, let that be a lesson.
Hey.
You never know when your opportunity is going to come, and you got to take advantage when it does, Rich. And you sat there and just looked at me.
May I remind you that I am a host of a show called The Sports Beat.
Uh-oh. Shameless plug. He had to pull it out. Chris, you owe me a lunch. All right.
Really? You guys bet on that? Hey, how about Paraguay? Yes.
Great job,
Getting a big win over Germany.
All right. Now you owed me 2 lunches. World Cup was going to be in it.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's get soccer out of the way because we're going to wrap up the show talking Troup County, Chatco, Central and Harris County football and this upcoming season. Rich, first, United, give us an update. What's going on?
Well, United's had a whole week off. Their last match was 2 weeks ago when they tied Dothan United. They actually will go on the road this Thursday, taking on Birmingham Legion FC2 at Protective Stadium. They changed the venue to Protective Stadium because Birmingham Legion FC1 is playing like an MLS Next matchup at Protective Stadium. It's like part of a doubleheader. And then they travel to Montgomery to take on Montgomery United. They'll close their season against East Atlanta FC on July the 11th. While you guys are all going up to Wheeling to call that Lions Championship, I will be holding down the fort at A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium calling the final Columbus United FC soccer match. It's been a fun season. It's not how they expected it. Coach Stuart Flaherty in his first year, and he's a good coach, and he's trying to figure out like what he has. There's been some players that have been dismissed from the team.
Okay.
There's been some phenomenal players. I think Sako Kanate is a very special player. He actually is the only player that actually plays for the FIFA international team that he is in, like the country he represents. But you have some local players, you got some international players. They are all in that World Cup frenzy right now. And it's a great time to be a soccer fan, especially a casual soccer fan, because the World Cup is going on right now. But yeah, they want to have a good, strong showing to close out the season in USL2. And that second playoff spot is still up for grabs. Apotheos FC and Southern Soccer Academy are 1-2 in the South Central Division. So Columbus United FC needs to win out, and they got to hope for some losses there by Apotheos and the Swarm from Southern Soccer Academy. But I like seeing the local guys getting some playing time, like E.J. Siraj. He got in the match against Dothan United, and, man, Nick Gettridge might be the best center back that they've got. He has been spectacular. And Martin Dominguez, unbelievable as a keeper. I mean, the save after save after save, he has been incredible. And it's been a fun season, year 2 in the USL2 for Columbus United.
All right, so United's last game, July 11th, come out and hang out Memorial Stadium. Thank you, Columbus United, for letting us be your broadcast partner for the 3rd consecutive year. All right, let's talk some high school football. And we're going to start with Harris County. Last year finishing 4-6, and just missed the playoff. Caden Harrison ended up being in kind of split time with Alexic. Alexic more of the running quarterback with 2 touchdowns and 200 yards rushing. Harrison threw 6 touchdowns and almost 1,000 yards. I saw him in the 7-on-7 game. Harrison looked pretty good. Last year, again, 4-6. Started the season 1-0, beat Manchester, lost to Troup, then Carver, beat Daugherty, lost to Jonesboro, beat Northside. And so they were 3-3. Griffin was really good. At Stars Mill, they had an opportunity there, only lost by 2, and that kind of sealed their fate making the playoffs. And then they lost to Central and beat Mundy's Mill. Coach Tommy Watson and team missed the playoffs after incredible previous 2 years, Richard, in which they went 11-2. They went 7-4 last year, lost in the first round, went 7-3 during the regular season, and then they were 9-1 and went 11-1 and lost to Jefferson in the 3rd round of the playoffs. That was at home, at home against Jefferson. They lost 35-12 in that game. But this past year, again, kind of an up and down year because they had a really young team. I'm expecting some big things this year. The problem is, Richard, what a schedule. They open up against Manchester, and that's at Manchester. Then they got Lowndes, one of a powerhouse program down there in Valdosta. Sumter County, pretty good school, I would say. Made the Final Four last year. Then they got at New Hampstead, LaGrange. Hello, at home.
New rival now.
Yeah, new rival LaGrange. Central of Carroll, Lithia Springs, at Griffin, and then Whitewater. If you look at the region they're in, the region is Griffin, LaGrange, Lithia Springs, Stars Mill, Whitewater, and Central of Carroll. That is a massive region, man. It's going to be really tough. And remember, all regions, it's not the top 4 teams anymore, Rich.
No,
it's the number 1 team in power rankings. So we'll see what Harris County's got in store. That's a tough schedule. I do like the game. Manchester's always a tough start. That's a rivalry that's been renewed these last couple of years. I see a win there. But then Lowndes, Sumter, those are 2 really good programs. LaGrange, we know how good they are. Central, I mean, this is going to be a fun year for Harris County, seeing a bunch of new schools, but still a very tough region, tough schedule.
Yeah, most definitely. Harris County, we have always seen them be a physical team in the trenches. We've seen running back play from Matei Yeomans. We've seen Rian Ogletree. But the quarterback play, I mean, they've had from Trotter Teasley to just like he was a dual threat quarterback. Levi Watson was another good quarterback. But they kind of had a quarterback carousel this past season. 4-6 though. But I think the highlight of last year was that come from behind win over Northside, which was incredible. We had that on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Rick Beach had an incredible call on that broadcast. I think that Harris County, you talked about them being a sleeping giant 3 years ago. We covered them 3 years ago, and they still have all the tools and the resources to succeed. Now they're in 5A. Let's see how they do in 5A. But I'm looking forward to a fantastic season. Coach Tommy Watson now has a new offensive coordinator, Coach Andrew Orpeza. And so I think that Harris County, we got to see them in the 7-on-7, and they look good, and I'm looking forward to their season.
By the way, new offensive coordinator, got to see him in that 7-on-7.
Yes.
Andrew Orpeza, who did a great job.
Absolutely.
And I like the staff, kind of a Hall of Fame staff Tommy Watson's put there. So can't wait to see the Harris County Tigers. How about Central Red Devils last year? Remember they lost in the
Thompson.
Yep, the Thompson in the state championship game.
No, it was actually in the semifinals.
In semifinals, December the 4th. Are you sure about that, Richard?
Yeah, it is because Thompson beat Opelika in the state championship.
Yeah, they did. Okay, excuse me. And they lost at home 21-7. You are correct about that. And Patrick Nix is gone. Coach Cody Flournoy comes in this year, and here is the schedule. And sorry, I was looking at from 2 years ago. I wasn't looking at last year. Last year,
they went 11-2.
11-2. The year before that, they went 10-3 and lost to Thompson in the state championship game 21-7. 2 years ago, this past year, they lost to Thompson 35-34 and didn't go for 2. And remember, their only loss before that was IMG. This year, Cody Flournoy takes over, and guess what? They open up against Thompson. And who are some of the other teams they play this year, Richard?
Well, I mean, obviously they're going to end up playing their schedule. Auburn, Opelika, Smith Station. They're actually going to play Smith Station this year at Smith Station. So that's going to be pretty good. They take on Jag, Auburn, Carver, Montgomery, Enterprise. They're taking on Pell City, Opelika, Dothan, Smith Station, and how about this to close out the season? The 6A powerhouse Clay Chalkville. Look, they're 6A. They're still really good. I think that Central's got a formidable schedule, and I'm looking forward to that matchup against Thompson, which is going to be on a Thursday night, a special Thursday night edition of Central football. Looking forward to seeing Bobby Coleman, seeing how he's going to progress.
Yeah. But again, starting off with Thompson, and
but still
on a Thursday night at Pell City, and then you got at Opelika, Smith Station, October 9th.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there.
Carver, Montgomery, and then how about the 6A powerhouse in Clay Chalkville?
Yeah, we'll be there for that
Clay too.
That Smith Station game.
So I can't wait for that. And you made mention Bobby Coleman, and I'm just ready to see. I mean, 7-on-7. I heard they've had some great summer this year. I mean, Central reloads every year. I don't expect anything different from a guy in Cody that's won multiple state championships.
Yeah,
so
Jackson.
I expect big things for Central, and we look forward to the Red Devils trying to get back to glory. They won a state championship in 2018, and then again in 2000. And I think it was
23.
23.
That was the year that Cam Coleman tippy-toed on the sidelines, and they were able to beat Thompson when Andrew Alford fired a strike to him.
How about Andrew Alford's career?
Oh, yeah, now at Tulsa.
Incredible player. And, now at Tulsa. How about Troup County? We got to see them last year. Coach Tanner Gliston's team, they're kind of like Central up in LaGrange. They went 10-2. They dominated Villa Rucka last year, dominated Harris County. We got to see them against Mary Persons, and then we got to see them in that game against Sandy Creek, number 2 versus number 1. And Sandy Creek won that 42-17. They beat Westover, and they got upset because they had to go on the road to Cairo. I'm so glad that's done because, remember, they were the number 2 team in their region behind Sandy Creek.
Yeah.
If there was no regions like that, Rich, you know what would happen? They probably would have been hosting because they would have done power rankings like they do in the other one. They would probably have been 2 or 3, and they would have hosted multiple rounds in the playoffs. Could that have an effect on it? Hate that we're seeing Marcus Edwards go, but Munkus is coming back, and knowing Tanner Gliston, they reload every single year. Let's talk about who they play. They open up against Hampton. Then they got their game against LaGrange. Remember LaGrange in a different classification this year.
They got to move it up early.
Yep, and so they got to move the game up early. They got Calhoun. Then they got Spalding at Mary Persons West Side, Baldwin at Upson Lee, Hat, Howard, and then they end it at home against Peach County. That may be a good one to do. What's your thoughts on Troup County, Rich?
Well, first of all, I see a lot of teams in their region from the Middle Georgia Sports Live coverage. I just wanted to throw that out there. But tough schedule. Calhoun, Calhoun won a state championship. I don't know if anybody knew that. Calhoun is a dominant powerhouse. Hampton, pretty good, higher classification team. And then you get into that region play. We know how good Mary Persons is. We're going to get a chance to see West Side. Baldwin used to be a 4A powerhouse out of Milledgeville. Upson Lee, I mean, they've had the number 1 overall pick that went to the Jaguars a couple of years ago. The Howard Huskies, they were a 4A school. Now that they're 5A or 4A still with Troup County. And then we know about the multiple championships that Peach County had in the late 2000s, in the right before 2010, like in 2009, 2008, with Rance Gillespie. They won the 3 championships. So Peach County is definitely a formidable opponent. I really like the fact that Troup County has got a tough schedule because they did away with the power rankings. I thought it was ridiculous that Troup County had to go on the road in the second round of the playoffs and lose to Cairo on the road as a 9 seed. But I think that Coach Tanner Gliston is going to have them prepared this season. Some of the key players from last year, Davis Monkus, I think he's going to have a big impact. Trey Dean, Blase Bell, Javarius Warner. But they are losing Garrison Edwards. That's a big chunk of that
Edwards
off.
is his dad, so I apologize, Garrison, that I got your name wrong.
How about Jeremiah Culpepper?
Yeah.
He had 12 sacks last year as a junior.
Linebacker / edge rusher. He was great. So I can't wait to see Troup County next year. Should be a lot of fun. And another team we may get to see more of this year is Chatco. Chatco went 1-9 a couple years ago. 2 years ago, 3-7. Then this past year, made the playoffs.
Yes,
and
they did.
Finished 5-5 in the regular season, 5-6 overall. Lost to Clinch County. They beat Crawford, beat Southwest Georgia, beat Central, beat Marion, and then also beat Jordan. So this year, they're going to try to capitalize on that. And then their head coach is Coach Caleb McFather. They are coming in this year, going to be taking on Terrell County, then Pelham. Then they got Jordan. How about Sherwood Christian Academy going to be playing them because they moved up to 11-man.
They are now 11-man.
Taylor County, Schley County, and Sherwood's at GIAA. That's why me and Rich know them. Central of Talbotton, Crawford County, and then they ended with Macon County. Richard, thoughts on Chattahoochee County?
I do want to say this because I felt like it had to be said. They played inspired football last year under tragic circumstances. Yes. The passing of their coach, Mike Nash, who passed away mid-season. For them to continue playing, they could easily cancel the season because of just a devastating tragedy that they were playing for their coach, and they were able to make the playoffs. I thought that they played inspired football, playing with an interim coach last year, mid-season. I think that I've been to Chaco. We've been to Chaco many, many times. They love their football there. They got a beautiful football stadium, and they are passionate about Chaco football as they're trying to get back to their glory days before when they started under Pierre Coffey. Pierre Coffey actually was getting them 10 wins and getting them to the playoffs. They want to try to get back to that level, and I'm really looking forward to possibly streaming some of the Chaco football games this year.
No, I am too. So glad that we were able to get our high school fix in. It's another late night show. Tune in tomorrow, Sports Vision's morning show, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And, man, we'll be back doing this again later on in the week.
We'll be back.
From Big Rich, I'm Thurp Barringer saying thank y'all so much. Thank you to Curtis Simpson, Damian Daniels, and we'll see y'all next time on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.